Hello, everyone, and welcome to Data Science Conference Europe 2024 and our Nikola Tesla stage. My name is Tiana, and I have a pleasure to be your host today. First of all, on behalf of our organizing team, I would like to extend a warm welcome to you all. And I would say this year, Data Science Conference Europe is bringing together over 3,000 professionals in the field of the data science and AI. So thank you very much for being part of this exciting journey with us. And let's kick things off with our first speaker of the day. Please welcome Uros Arsenijevic. He's a product manager at Safe AI. And Uros will be presenting a topic that's, I would say, crucial for all the organizations today. People-centric security from awareness to culture. In this talk, he'll dive into the limitations of traditional security training programs, which are often perceived as dull and ineffective. By sharing practical and engaging approaches, Uros aims to make a security second nature through interactive training, real feedback, and the simple tools that drive behavioral change. So let's give a warm welcome to Uros. Here you go.
Hello everyone, my name is Uros and I'm coming here in front of Safe AI. It's a Serbian cybersecurity startup and we are trying to change cybersecurity, shifting from traditional to people-centric security. And what does it mean? Let's go. So traditional cybersecurity awareness is boring, and I think every and each one of us sometimes think of this. So why is it boring? Because it's about the same repetitive content year after year, changing just a little bit, but basically it depends upon the checking the box mentality, meaning that the responsibility is always upon one department, whether it's compliance or it's IT department, maybe HR, but always the responsibility is on one department instead on the employees themselves. And the concept is very wrong because we are expecting employees to take a big chunk of information all at once to learn some new information, and we expect them to reproduce it at some tests at the end of it. And the problem with cybersecurity awareness being boring is not the fact that it's boring, it's the fact that it's not changing the employees' behavior, meaning that we know that they are going to pass the tests, but we are not so sure if they are going to be more secure and make the company secure themselves. So as a problem with not changing behavior, we know that it's poor knowledge retention. Also, no security habits are formed. As I mentioned, we know that because of the poor knowledge retention, they're not changing their behavior, they're not thinking about cybersecurity, they're thinking like once in a quarter, and we think that it's not enough. And the concept is very wrong, meaning that we are expecting them to learn some sort of materials, then at the end of it, they should reproduce it and try to pass the test. And it means that employees, even though they did everything we asked from them, they learned something, they passed the test. At the end, they are creating this some sort of illusion of security, meaning that basically they are being successful, but they are not really improving the security of the company. So we think that in order to make a real change, to change the behavior of employees, cybersecurity awareness should become people-oriented. And what does it mean is going from compliance, from one department responsibility to each employee. We called it people-oriented. approach, and we think that material need to be more personalized. It should change not year after year, but to change upon the employee themselves, to try to analyze their behavior, their past performance, and to bring them the materials that are targeting their weakest points, but also trying to motivate them, to give them a goal, and to always have one step ahead of them, and to be clear what is the path of learning. And of course, it needs to be time effective, meaning that it should not be like 4 hours once in a quarter, but maybe trying to have a sense for their time, and that cybersecurity is simply not their first priority. People-centric approach is something it's something we brought to cybersecurity, and it basically means that we need three stuff to be effective. So we need to have continuous gamification. We need to change or form some sort of habit, but basically to improve it, to empower it, and we should do this shift, as I mentioned, from a department to every and each employee, and responsibility should be upon the employees. One of the things, if we are talking about the personalization, and we talk later about the gamification itself, is basically we should always try to personalize everything we do with employees and with awareness or cybersecurity training, meaning that one of the things we are doing currently is actually we are trying to analyze the response time upon the employees, meaning that we are trying to find the best time for our training, our content to be placed in front of the employees. And actually we are trying to find the engagement peak for each employee, and to deliver the content at the time that he prefers, and not just prefers, but we know that it is the best time for each employee. So this is the engagement peak on the slide, and the point here is to improve the user retention, and meaning that the lifetime value of the customer is going up with the retention itself. So we are talking about the people-centric approach. What does it mean? It's actually going from traditional cybersecurity awareness to creating a cybersecurity culture. And what does it mean is we are making a shift from mandatory to gamified voluntary participation. And it means that instead of forcing employees to do some sort of courses or to do some sort of tests after it, we are trying to make not really a game, but we are introducing a game-like elements, and that's the real change in the approach. I already mentioned it. Basically, retention, knowledge retention is really different when we are going from a voluntary, from a traditional to the people-centric approach. About the tests, instead of doing some tests, getting some POS or fall metrics, we are trying to get a constant feedback, to have a feedback or expressed by the employees themselves, or to have the real data upon their performance. And this shift of responsibility, it's the third part of the people-centric approach, and I think it's really important because it's making cybersecurity ambassadors out of each employee, and this is something we noticed that most of our clients are actually really fond of, because they think that making cybersecurity ambassadors out of their employees is important also for the society, but also as for the company itself. And the change, if you are talking about the employees and what they see, is actually instead of doing 3 hours or 4 hours per quarter, per year, or maybe they get their week damaged by cybersecurity lessons they need to do that week, we are delivering them 3 minutes of cybersecurity content per week. really crucial part for the people-centric approach is gamification, but it's a personalized one, and we are, as I mentioned, we are not like creating a game here. We are trying to bring game-like elements like a leaderboard, points, badges, achievements, and this is something we introduced in order to improve the user retention, in order to improve the behavior, to alter it, and to form a habit of learning cybersecurity and finding cybersecurity a little bit more interest and maybe a little bit up on the priority list. Basically, gamification here is based on the behavioral science, and the goal of it is to improve our retention, but also motivation of employees. We are doing this people-centric approach through 3 tools. So Safe Train, it's a tool where we are educating and testing employees. It's only for the education and testing part. After it, we have a Safe Radar, which is used for the detecting leaked data, and the Safe Protect is for detecting and remediation of vulnerabilities. And we can see here basically what is the after and what we made out of this concept. I didn't want to go deep into the product itself, but maybe more to present upon the concept itself, and we can see that we are delivering the content through the whole year instead of one per quarter, but also doing a nano learning. I suppose you're all familiar with that. And we are trying to make cybersecurity learning in small chunks instead of, as I mentioned, 3 hours per quarter or something like that. And we are doing also other standard cybersecurity services. So yeah, you can scan the QR code. We can discuss a little bit later, and that's it. If you have any questions.
Thank you. Does your the security gamification and the achievement-based security, is that suitable for things like ISO 27001 or SOC in the United States or other frameworks that require security training?
Yeah, it's basically we can implement it for everything regarding cybersecurity, but also we had a request to do like a totally out of cybersecurity team, so it's basically pretty adaptive. We can do it.
Nice, thank you.
Thank you.